Valentin, the advisor, director, and producer of the Chelsea High School Drama Club. I want to warmly welcome you here tonight to watch and enjoy our production of Animal Farm. This is our 5th production on the stage since our return to in-school learning. I want to acknowledge and thank the Chelsea High School administrative team, staff, and school committee for your ongoing support year after year and show after show. Thank you, Mr. Reynoso. Thank you, Chelsea Cable, for being here tonight. Thank you. Hola y buenas noches a todos. Soy Iliana Valentín, asesora, directora y productora del Chelsea High School Drama Club. Quiero darles una calurosa bienvenida aquí esta noche para que vean y disfruten nuestra producción de Animal Farm. Esta es nuestra 5ª producción en este escenario desde nuestro regreso al aprendizaje en la escuela. Quiero reconocer y agradecer al equipo administrativo, personal y el comité escolar de Chelsea High School por su continuo apoyo año tras año en producción de producto. With that, I want to thank you for being here in support of our cast and crew, who are working very hard and are very excited to share their passions and hard work with our community. I am honored to witness them every day, growing as performers, exploring the vastness of the human experience, deepening their emotional and personal connection to the arts and the world. Thank you for listening. Please enjoy your production of Animal Farm. Con eso, quiero agradecerles por estar en pleno apoyo de nuestro elenco y equipo, quienes han trabajado muy duro y están muy emocionados de compartir sus pasiones y su trabajo con nuestra comunidad. Me siento honrada de presenciarlos todos los días, creciendo como actores, explorando la inmensidad de experiencias humanas, profundizar su conexión emocional y personal con las artes y el mundo. Gracias por escuchar. Disfruten de nuestra producción de Animal Farm.
Mr. Jones of the Manor Farm locked the henhouse for the night, but he was too drunk to remember to shut the popcorn. With a ring of light from his lantern dancing from side to side, he lurched over the yard, drew himself one last glass of beer from the barrel in the scullery, and fell asleep in his armchair alongside Mrs. Jones.
As soon as the light went out, there was stirring and fluttering all over the farm. Word had gone round the other day that old Major, prize middle white boar, had a strange dream on the previous night, in which he communicated with the other animals.
Comrades, I am sure you have heard already about the strange dream that I had last night, but I will come to the dream later. I have something else I'd like to say first. I do not think, comrades, that I shall be with you for many months longer, but before I die, I feel it my duty to pass on to you such wisdom as I have acquired. I've had a long life, comrades, and I've had much time for thought, and I think I must say that I understand the nature of life on earth as well as any other animal now living. And it is of this, comrades, that I wish to speak with you today. Now, what is the nature of this life of ours? Let us face it, our lives are miserable, laborious, and short. We are born, we are fed enough food to keep the breath in our bodies, and those of us who are capable of it are worked to the very last atom of our strength. And once that our usefulness has come to an end, we are slaughtered with hideous cruelty. No animal is free. The life of an animal is misery and slavery, and that is the plain truth. But is this simply the order of nature? Is it because this land of ours is so poor that it cannot afford a decent life to those who dwell upon it? No, comrades, 1,000 times no. Why is it then that we continue in this miserable condition? Because nearly the whole of the produce of our labor is stolen from us by human beings. And there, comrades, lies the answer to all of our problems, summed up in a single word: man. Man is our only real enemy. Remove man from the scene, and the root cause of hunger and overwork is abolished forever. Man is the only creature that consumes without producing. Man does not give milk. Man does not lay eggs. Man is too weak to pull the plow, and he is not fast enough to catch a rabbit. Yet he is the lord of all of the animals. He sets them to work and provides them with the bare minimum of food to prevent them from starving. Is it not crystal clear then, comrades, that all of the evils of this life of ours spring from the tyranny of human beings? Only remove man, and the produce of our labor would be our own. Almost overnight, we would become rich and free. What then must we do? Why work night and day, body and soul, for the overthrow of the human race? That is my message to you, comrades. Revolution. I do not know when the revolution will come. It could be in a week or in 100 years. But I know that sooner or later justice will be done. Fix your eyes on that, comrades, for the short remainder of your lives. And above all, pass on this message of mine to those who come after you, so that future generations shall carry on the struggle until it is victorious. Above all, do not let your resolution falter. No argument must lead you astray. Never listen when they tell you that man and the animal share a common interest, that the prosperity of the one is the prosperity of the other. It is all lies. Man serves the interest of no creature except himself. And among us animals, let there be perfect unity, perfect comradeship in the struggle. We are all comrades. I have little more to say, but I merely repeat. Remember your duty of enmity towards man and all of his ways. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy, and whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. All habits of man are evil. No animal is to ever live in a house, or sleep in a bed, or wear clothes, or drink alcohol, or smoke tobacco, or touch money, or engage in trade. All habits of man are evil. And above all, no animal is to ever tyrannize over any other animal. Weak or strong, clever or simple, we are all brothers. All animals are equal. And now, comrades, I will tell you the story of the dream that I had last night. I cannot describe that dream to you. It was a dream of what Earth will be like once man has vanished. But it reminded me of something that I had long forgotten. Many years ago, my mother used to sing me a song of which she knew only the tune and the first 3 words. I had known that song in my infancy, but it had long since passed out of my mind. Last night, however, it came back to me in my dream. And what is more, the words of the song also came back. Words of which I am sure were sung by animals of long ago and were lost to memory for generations. I will sing you that song now, comrades, and once I have taught you the tune, you can sing it better for yourselves. It is called The Peace of England. Peace of England, peace of Ireland, peace of every land and clime. Hearken to my joyful tidings of the golden future time. Soon or late the day is coming, tyrant men shall be overthrown, and the fruitful fields of England shall be trod by peace alone. Bright will shine the fields of England, purer shall its waters be, sweeter yet shall blow its breezes on the day that sets us free. For the day we all must labor, though we die before it break. Cows and horses, geese and turkeys, all must toil for freedom's sake. Peace of England, peace of Ireland, peace of every land and clime. Hearken well and spread my tidings of the golden future time. 3 days later, old Major died peacefully in his sleep.
For the next few months, there was much teaching and organizing. Secret. Yeah. The teaching and organizing was done by the pigs, who were the cleverest of the animals.
The three most important pigs were Snowball, Napoleon, and Squealer, who developed a system thought based on what Old Major had said. They called it animalism.
And then there was Moses, a tame raven who's Mr. Jones's special pet.
Yeah, hallelujah, gather round, brothers and sisters. We're all gonna live up on Sugar Candy Mountain. Up there, friends, up there, just on the other side of the clouds. There lies Sugar Candy Mountain, that happy country where we poor animals shall rest forever from our labors. After we die, I say, after we die, we're gonna live on that land where it's Sunday, 7 days a week, clovers in season all the year round, and lump sugar and linseed cake grow on the hedges.
As of late, Mr. Jones had taken to drinking more than was good of him, so he sat all day in his armchair, neglecting the animals.
Jones has gone. Revolution marks the first steps on the road to freedom. The farm, our farm, hitherto known as Manor Farm, is now to be called Animal Farm!
Silence! For Comrade Snowball!
Comrades, during the past 3 months, we have taught ourselves to read and write, and have succeeded in reducing the principles of animalism to 7 commandments. And from now on, we'll form the law which we should all live. 7 commandments are as follows.
1. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy.
2. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend.
3. No animal shall wear clothes.
4. No animal shall sleep in a bed.
5. No animal shall drink alcohol.
6. No animal kill any other animal.
7. All animals are equal.
All animals are equal.
Now, comrades, to the hayfield. Let us make it a point of honor to get into harvest more quickly than Joan and his men ever could.
What is going to happen to all that milk? Jones just put it into some of our food.
Never mind the milk, comrades. That will be attended to. The harvest is more important. Comrade Box will lead the way, and I shall follow in a few minutes. Forward, comrades!
So the animals moved down to the hayfield to begin the harvest. And when Molly came back in the evening,
Where is all the milk gone?
Molly, the white mare who drew Mrs. Jones's trap.
And will there still be sugar now that the revolution has happened?
No! We have no means of making sugar on this farm. Besides, you have all the oats and hay you want.
And will I still be allowed to wear ribbons?
Comrade, those ribbons you devoted to the badge of slavery. Do you not understand liberty's worth more than ribbons?
But can I keep this pretty blue ribbon that I found in the farmhouse?
Ribbons should be considered clothing, which is a mark of a human being.
Boxer, like Harper's, his personal motto.
I will work harder.
And what will happen to all the milk and apples from the orchard that pigs have set up for yourselves?
Comrades, you do not believe, I hope, that we pigs are doing this in a spirit of selfishness and privilege. Many of us actually dislike milk and apples. I dislike them myself. Our sole object in taking these things is to preserve our health. Milk and apples. This has been proven by science, comrades, to have these substances absolutely necessary to the well-being of a pig. We pigs are brain workers. Day and night, we are watching over your welfare. The management and organization of this farm depend on us. So, I think it's only fair that we drink the milk and eat the apples. Do you know what would happen if we pigs bailed on our duty? Jones would come back. Surely you won't want Jones to come back.
What happened at the meeting?
Why weren't you there?
I was working hard on getting the harvest in and forgot totally about the meeting and didn't realize you all had gone.
Well, that's a pity. I guess you'll just have to be on time in the future.
Molly.
Clover, the mayor, Foxer's workmate.
So tell me, what happened? Was Comrade Napoli in there?
No, but Squealer spoke.
And what did he say? Well, please, you must tell me.
Molly asked about the milk and apples so that they could keep things for themselves.
And the sugar from the farmhouse.
Yes, Squealer said the pigs need those things to help them on the farm better.
Is that true?
No, of course it isn't. It's absolute rubbish.
No, really. Is that what Squealer said?
Yes, the milk and apples are safe for the pigs. If the pigs properly, not Jones might come back.
He always gave me sugar.
Oh.
No. So we all agree it's for the best and the milk and apples are safe for the pigs.
And that you wear pretty ribbons.
Oh, we don't want that.
One blue, one red, one green.
And you think that's right, Clover?
Well, everyone agreed, so it must be.
Was Comrade Napoli in there?
Yes.
And did he agree?
Yes, Squealer speak in the first place.
Oh well, if Comrade Napoli says it, he must be right.
Honestly, Boxer, you are so stupid. Why do you have to go with everything he says?
Well, he's the cleverest animal in the farm, isn't he? So he must be right.
Well, who says so? Benjamin's clever, Moses was clever, and so was Mrs. Jones. She used to let me wear pretty ribbons all the time.
Oh, Molly, stop going on about your ribbons. You look silly in them anyways.
I do not look silly. I'm just as smart as you, Clover, or you, Boxer.
Boxer works harder than any of us. He doesn't have much time to learn to read or write.
How much of your ABCs can you say, Boxer? I bet you can't get up to M like me.
I can say a bit.
Go on then, let's hear it.
A, B, C.
There, you see?
Give him a chance. Let him have a think.
A, B, C.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Molly, comrades. With haste, comrades. Since some of you had difficulty in learning how to read and write, we have decided to reduce the commandments of animalism to a single, easily remembered maxim. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Can the sheep remember it?
4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Early in October, news arrived that Jones was heading up the track that led to the farm. So Snowball,
Who had read a notebook of Julius Caesar campaigns,
gave his orders quickly.
let us not forget this joyful occasion. All animals must be ready to die for Animal Farm, if need be.
It has been decided to create a military declaration, Animal Hero First Class, which we confer upon Snowball and Boxer for their valiant efforts in the Battle of the Cowshed.
Molly, I have something very serious to say to you. This morning, I saw you looking over the hedge. There was a man standing there. I was a long way away, but all of a sudden I saw this. He was talking to you, and you were allowing him to stroke your nose. What does this mean, Molly?
That didn't happen.
Molly, look at me in the face. Do you give me your word of honor that man was not stroking your nose?
It isn't true.
Three days later, Molly disappeared. Nothing was heard from her until a pigeon reported.
I saw her between the shafts of a smart trap painted red and black outside of a pub. A fat, red-faced man was stroking her nose and feeding her with sugar, and she wore a scarlet ribbon along her forelock. She looked as if she was enjoying herself. No one ever mentioned Molly again.
That's all very well, comrade Snowball. But I still maintain staying a bigger acreage of over 7 better than the winter. And the soil on the hillside is more suitable for root vegetables.
Another meeting, another argument between Napoleon and Snowball.
But Comrade Napoleon, you still haven't heard the best part of my plan yet.
Oh yes, what's that?
The building of the windmill.
Of what?
A machine operated by the wind to generate electricity and make life easier for all of us. The small hill in the long pasture is the highest point in the farm, right? Well, after surveying the ground, I have decided the best place to build the windmill, which could be made to operate a dynamo and supply the farm with electrical power. This could be used to run our stalls, keep them warm in the winter. It could also run a shaft cutter, a circular saw, a mango slicer, and electrical milking machine. This farm is old-fashioned. We only have primitive machinery. The power of the windmill will make our work easier and teach us to pursue more noble tasks.
Well, comrades, how do we feel about Snowball's plan?
I'm not saying it's going to be easy. We shall have to quarry stones and build walls and make sails. But I calculate the whole thing could be done in a year. And after that, so much labor would be saved that we would only need to work 3 days a week. Think of that, comrades.
And I say that the year would be better spent increasing food production. That is our greatest need at the moment. If we waste time building a windmill, we will surely starve to death.
Vote for Snowball and the 3-day week.
Vote for Napoleon and the full manger.
Well, I think it's a good idea for the long run.
Forget the long run. In the short run, we need food.
If Comrade Napoleon says it, it must be right.
Well, he will be doing all that work.
Guys, with a windmill, it's just work for us.
I think Snowball wants what's best for us.
And I think Snowball's plan is a whole lot of bull. No offense to the bulls.
Comrades, let's not argue. Let's vote on the matter and decide by the decision of the majority. Now, I think this windmill idea is a piece of nonsense, and I advise you all to vote against it.
Let us rid ourselves of the chains of sordid labor. Electricity can do that for us. Just picture our lives when the workers of science and freedom from our daily toil. The women will operate threshing machines, plows, harrows, rollers, reapers, viners, besides supplying every stall with light, hot and cold water, and a heater. Let us move to an age of true freedom. Let us forge the future of animal farming under the white heat of technology.
From now on, comrades, the weekly meetings will come to an end. They are unnecessary and a waste of time. In future, all questions regarding the working of the farm will be settled by a special committee of peaks, presided over by myself. The meetings will be held in private, and you will assemble once a week to be given your orders. But there will be no more debates. Minis, you young porker, come with me.
Comrades, I hope that every single one of you here appreciates the sacrifice that Comrade Napoleon has just made in taking this extra labor upon himself. Do not believe, comrades, that leadership is a pleasure. On the contrary, it is a deep and heavy responsibility. No one believes more firmly than Comrade Napoleon that all animals are equal. He would be only too happy to let you make your decisions for yourselves. But sometimes, comrades, we may make a wrong decision. Then where should we be? Suppose some of you had decided to follow Snowball with his moonshine of windmills. Snowball, who as we now know, was no better than a criminal.
But he fought bravely at the Battle of the Cowshed.
Bravery isn't enough. Loyalty and obedience are more important. And as to the Battle of the Cowshed, I believe we shall find that Snowball's part in it was much exaggerated. Discipline, comrades, iron discipline. That is the watchword for today. One false step and our enemies would be upon us. Surely you want Jones back! Very well then. Let Comrade Napoleon's dedication be a shining example to us all. Was it not he, after all, who said, all habits of man are evil, and above all, no animal shall tyrannize over his own kind?
If the holding of the meetings means that John will come back, then there must be no more meetings. If Comrade Napoleon says it, he must be right.
He does, comrades. He does. And one other thing. Napoleon has decided to go through with the building of the windmill. And this will take a very special effort from all of you, as we will have to keep on running the farm while the windmill is being constructed. Now, I understand your surprise, but you see, Napoleon was never actually opposed to the building of the windmill. In fact, it was his idea to begin with. Snowball only stole the idea so he could look clever in your eyes.
Why then did Napoleon speak so strongly against it at the meeting?
That was merely Napoleon's cunning. He appeared to oppose of the windmill so he could get rid of that traitor Snowball, who was a dangerous character and a bad influence. Now that he is out of the way, we can get on with the job. That is what is known as tactics. Tactics, comrades. Tactics!
Napoleon is always right.
All animals will work a 60-hour week, and in future, they'll be working Sunday afternoons as well. This work will be strictly voluntary, of course, but any animal not reporting for duty will have his rations cut by half. In addition, comrades, animal farm will begin to engage in trade, not, of course, for any commercial purposes, but to simply obtain essential materials, such as paraffin oil, nails, string, and iron for the horse's shoe. Therefore, I am making the arrangements to sell a stack of hay, hardly criminal this week, and a percentage of the egg yield if necessary for neighbours of mine. You should welcome this contribution towards the building of the room, and have no fear. There will be no need for any of you to come into contact with your feelings, which would be most undesirable. I shall take the burden upon myself and make all the arrangements.
Benjamin, the donkey, didn't we sign a resolution sometime back about not having nothing to do with human beings and not engaging in trade?
I can remember that.
And about money. We're not supposed to handle money.
I don't remember anything about that, Benjamin. Stop being so miserable. Are you happy now that Mr. Jones has gone?
I don't see anything to laugh at. Bet you never seen a dead donkey. Donkeys live a long time. God gave me a tail to keep the flies out. Sooner, I'd have no tail and no flies.
I think Benjamin may be right. I seem to remember old Major first spoke to us on that historic night. He said something about money.
Look, Clover, I don't remember anything about that. And I've told you before, do not listen to Benjamin. He's a nice enough fellow, and he does his work all right. But he's always grumbling and going around the place looking gloomy.
Yes, I know, but he's often right about these things. He's older than the rest of us. He can remember everything, and he can read much better than you or I can, Boxer.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, nothing really.
I work hard as I possibly can. I get up an hour earlier in the mornings and nothing work in the evenings. We got to get the windmill finished. I haven't got time to look up books and learn how to read and write. It's what you're best at that counts.
Yes, of course, Boxer. Nobody works harder than you, and we all respect you for it. I didn't mean to upset you. I believe in the revolution and the work Comrade Napoleon's doing just as much as you do. It's just that things don't seem to happen the way old Major said they would.
We mustn't think too hard about it, Clover. We must trust Napoleon. He knows best.
I'm sure you're right.
Penny for them, Comrade Boxer.
Oh, Clover and I were just discussing Comrade Napoleon's speech on trade.
And what conclusions have you come to?
Oh, like he's right, of course. It's just that old Benjamin, you know how he is. Seems that we pass on to some resolution on not talking to humans or trading with them. And Clover?
Yes?
I thought he may be right.
Is this not something that you have been dreaming of, comrades? You only imagine that these resolutions have been passed because of the lies that were spread by that traitor Snowball. Have you any record of them? Are they written down anywhere? No, of course they aren't. So let us all get back with our work and let Comrade Napoleon worry about these other things.
There you are, you see. If Comrade Napoleon says it, he must be right. And if he thinks that it's best for us that we should sell things, then that's what we should do.
Yes, but I'm not sure it's a good idea to have anything to do with the human beings. Old Major did warn us about that, and when he said that, he got us, and what do we do now?
He isn't here anymore. And if he was, he would have given Napoleon.
That's something we'll never know.
No, of course not.
But Benjamin does have a good memory.
Don't start on about him again. Have you ever seen that dead donkey? Indeed, I sooner had no tails and no flies all the time. I don't know what he's going on about. And if you ask me, all that thinking has made him a bit soft in the head.
But I'm not asking you. I'm just saying he may be right.
Maybe I'm not sure. You're as bad as him as talking in riddles. Come on, back to work. They'll solve everything.
Oh, Boxer.
I've seen them. What? Said I've seen them.
Who?
Napoleon, Squealer, now the other pigs. They moved into the farmhouse. They're living there.
I don't believe you.
But it's true, I tell you. I looked through the kitchen window, and there was Squealer, sitting in a chair with his legs up on the table reading a newspaper.
I simply don't believe you.
I saw it. Now the other pigs were sitting around the table munching apples and drinking milk.
Are you sure?
Of course, I'm sure. I know what I've seen.
Well, maybe they need to be in the farmhouse.
But that's not all. One of the pigeons flew past the upstairs window, and you'll never believe what she saw. Go on! Tell them what you saw.
Well, in that big room where Mr. and Mrs. Jones used to sleep, in that big bed, Napoleon was stretched out on the bed, fast asleep and snoring very loudly, like this.
There, you see?
How can you see all of this if you just flew past the window?
I didn't just fly past the window, comrade. I perched on the windowsill and had a good look.
And saw Napoleon asleep in a bed and heard him snoring?
The window was open.
When was this?
About 2 hours ago.
Napoleon needs to rest. He works very hard for all of us. He probably been working late last night and got tired.
But he was sleeping in a bed.
Well, so what?
Fourth commandment.
What?
Boxer, Benjamin's right. The fourth commandment says no animal can sleep in a bed. So if Connor and Napoleon is sleeping in one, it's only right we tell the others.
I don't remember that.
Stop being so stubborn, Boxer.
I don't want to cause any trouble, okay? You just leave me out of it. You talk to him, Clover, if you like. No one ever listens to me.
I'm not very good at talking in front of others. Benjamin, it would be best if you did it.
Yeah, you talk to them. If you started off, I'll support you.
You, Clover, be careful. Don't get mixed up on something that's going to upset things.
Benjamin, read the fourth commandment.
It says, no animal shall sleep in a bed with sheets.
So, comrades, you have heard that we pigs are now sleeping in the beds of the farmhouse? And why not? Surely you never assumed that there was ever a ruling against beds. A bed merely means a place to sleep in. A pile of straw and a stall is considered a bed, properly regarded. The rule was against sheets, which are a human invention. So we have removed the sheets from the farmhouse and sleep in between blankets. And very comfortable they are too, but not more comfortable than we need, comrades, with all the hard work that we have to do nowadays. You will not have us too tired to carry out on our duties. Surely you want Jones back. Well?
No, comrade.
Very well then, because he will come back. I assure you, if we are not left to continue on with our work in peace and quiet. One other thing, we will be getting up 1 hour later in the mornings than the rest of you, okay?
Here, you see, I told you not to meddle.
November came with strong winds and torrential rains. Finally, there came a night when the gale was so violent, the main buildings were blown off their foundations, and several tiles were blown off the roof of the barn. The animals woke up. Terrible sight met their eyes.
Comrades, do you know who is responsible for this? Do you know of the traitor who has come into the night and destroyed all of our hard work? Snowball! Snowball has done this thing in order to set back our plans and avenge themselves for their ignominious expulsion. Snowball has come into the cover of night and destroyed all of our hard work of nearly a year. Comrades, here and now I pronounce the death sentence upon Snowball. Animal hero second class, to anyone who can bring him to justice.
No more delays, comrades. There is work to be done. This very morning we will begin to rebuild the windmill, and we shall build all through the winter, rain or shine. We must teach this miserable traitor that he cannot undo our work so easily. Remember, comrades, there must be no alterations in our plans. They shall be carried out to the day. Forward, comrades. Long live the windmill. Long live animals.
He visits the farm at night. I've seen him. Who? Snowball, of course. He was stolen the horn which went missing 2 days ago. Yes, and broken all of those eggs which are ready for market.
He's taken the key to the store shed, gone down the well, stolen the apples from the orchard,
Destroyed fences,
poisoned the milk,
blocked the drain.
Uprooted the crops.
slaughtered the chickens.
And generally proved himself to be the swine that he always was. Comrades, the most terrible thing has just been discovered. Snowball had been in league with Jones from the very start. He had been Jones' secret agent the whole time. It has just been proven with the secret documents which he had left behind him, for which we only just discovered. To me, this explains a great deal, comrades. Did we not see for ourselves at how he attempted, fortunately without success, to get us destroyed and defeated at the Battle of the Cowshed?
I don't believe that. Snowball fought bravely at the Battle of the Cowshed. I saw him myself. Did we not give him animal fever first class immediately afterwards?
That was merely our mistake, comrade. For as we now know with the secret documents that we have found, he was actually trying to lure us to our doom.
But he was wounded. We all saw him running with blood.
That was all a part of the arrangement. I could show you this in his own writing if you were able to read it, but you can't. So I won't. He would have succeeded if it had not been for our leader, Comrade Napoleon. Do you not remember how, when Jones and his men had gotten inside the yard, Snowball fled and many animals followed him? And do you also not remember how, when panic was spreading and all hope had seemed lost, Napoleon sprang forth with the cry of death to humanity and sank his teeth into Jones' leg? Surely you remember that, comrades.
I don't believe that. That Snowball was a traitor at the beginning. What he has done since, it's different. But I believe that at the Battle of the Cowshed, he was a good comrade.
Comrade Napoleon has stated categorically, comrade, that Snowball had been in league with Jones from the very start, even before the revolution was even thought of.
Ah, that is different. If Comrade Napoleon says it, it must be right.
That is the true spirit, comrade. And I suggest that every single animal here keeps their eyes very wide open, for we have reason to believe that some of Snowball's agents may be here with us at the very moment.
And we shall seek out those traitors in our midst, comrades. They shall confess to their crimes and be punished accordingly. Have you anything to confess?
We have secretly been in touch with Snowball ever since his expulsion. We collaborated with him to destroy the windmill, and we're planning to help him hand over Animal Farm to a neighboring farm.
And
Snowball admitted to us he had been Jones' secret agent for 4 years.
does any other animal have anything to confess?
Snowball persuaded us to steal corn and hand it over to him. Snowball visited us at night and encouraged us to poison drinking water.
Snowball appeared to me in a dream, and he incited me to disobey your orders.
I would not have believed that such thing could happen on our farm. It must be due to some fault in ourselves. The solution, as I can see it, is to work harder.
Comrades, declared by a special decree of Comrade Napoleon, Beast of England has been abolished. It is now forbidden to sing it.
Why?
It is no longer needed, comrade. Beast of England represented the revolution, but that revolution has now been completed. Executing the traitors was the final act. Both internally and externally, we have removed those enemies from our midst. In Beast of England, we had explained our longing for a better society, but that society has now been established. Minimus the poet has composed a new song for us, which goes,
Animal farm, never through me shalt thou come to harm.
I don't think much of that. Sounds the same somehow.
Benjamin, the sixth commandment, no animal shall kill any other animal. Please, Benjamin, read me the sixth commandment. Oh, please, it's important.
No, I read you the fourth one last time, and that didn't.
But I'm sure I'm right this time. I can remember Snowball reading it up there. Snowball, oh, you remember? It comes after no animal should drink alcohol. I said to myself often enough, after everything that's happened, I'm very confused. I thought we were working together and we were...
No animal should kill any other animal without cause.
Oh,
Friend of the fatherless, fountain of happiness, Lord of the swill bucket, oh, my soul's on fire when I gaze at thy calm and commanding eye, like the sun in the sky, comrade Napoleon. Thou art the giver of all thy creatures love. Full-bellied, twice a day, clean straw to roll upon, every beast, great or small, sleeps at peace in his stall. Thou watchest over all, comrade Napoleon. Had I a sucking pig, ere he had grown as big even as a pint bottle or a rolling pin, he should have learned to be faithful and true to thee. Yes, his first sweet should be comrade Napoleon.
Please inform our leader, Comrade Napoleon, that the windmill is now completed.
It is fitting, comrade, that on this historic day we should proclaim that Animal Farm is now a republic.
and to announce that Comrade Napoleon has been unanimously elected as its first president. A green banner shall be made for this momentous occasion and for Napoleon being its first recipient.
We have won a great victory, comrades, and are now truly our own masters. The building of the windmill, which will be marked by an anniversary each year, serves to remind us that through our own efforts, we can control our destiny. But this wonderful effort should not give rise to complacency. The struggle must go on. We must work hard. The windmill will not be used to generate electricity, but to grind corn, which should yield a handsome profit. The windmill. We shall build another windmill, comrades, and when that is finished, we shall install the dynamos. But the changes with the trade is snowball. We all know Father James's side before the revolution, and it was at James's side at the Battle of the Cowshed. The changes which we talked about, namely electric light and heat, will not take place because they are contrary to the spirit of animalism. The truest happiness lies in working hard and living free-fully. Each animal will receive a special gift of a slice of apple in recognition for its efforts. Forward, comrades, in the name of the revolution. Long live the windmill, and long live Animal Farm!
And then out of the blue, Moses had returned.
been. I have been to Sugar Candy Mountain, and I've seen the glory of that lovely land. I've been high above the clouds and seen the beauty of that place, where we all one day shall rest forever, everlasting peace.
Tell us about it, Moses. Tell us about it.
Don't listen to our flighted friend. It's just a load of bull. There's no such place. When you're dead, you're dead.
But our lives here, our hearts, we're hungry most of the time. We sleep, we work, we sleep, we work. There's no end to it.
You are right to chastise the hoofer. As I was saying, comrades, Sugar Candy Mountain is more beautiful than we can ever imagine. For I have seen the everlasting fields of clover, where the sun shines on, and no cloud dares to show its face. For I have seen the linseed cake growing on the hedges. And I'm telling you, comrades, I have seen the lumps of sugar hanging in bunches from the trees. And we're all going to go there someday. We're going to be there together. We're going to live on Sugar Candy Mountain. Put your hands together, comrades. Sing your hearts out. Let's hear it for Sugar Candy Mountain. For the day we all must wait, though we die before it breaks. Cows and horses, geese and turkeys, all must toil for freedom's sake. Beasts of England, beasts of
You sound funny, Squealer!
You lucky enough, child.
Yes, but how many bees do you want?
As many as you can hold.
I knew there was a reason why I made you my right-hand
Come on, comrades. Sing your hearts out. Let's hear it for Sugar Candy Mountain. Though we die before it breaks, cows and horses, geese and turkeys, all must toil for freedom's sake. Beasts of England, beasts of
No animals should drink alcohol to excess.
For the time being, comrades, it has been found necessary to have to make readjustments to rations. From now on, all animals other than pigs shall be receiving 2 pounds less corn a day and no carrots on Sundays. This is being done in an effort to rationalize present food supplies. Remember, comrades, that a too rigid equality would be contrary to the principles of animalism. And let us remind ourselves that in comparison with times before the revolution, we have made enormous improvements. Working hours have been reduced by 30%. Our drinking water is of better quality. 45% more young ones survive infancy. Animal literacy has increased by 630%. Incidents of foot and mouth disease, foal pest, and meg have been reduced by 85%, with glanders being absolutely eradicated. Percentage of milk is 35.46%, of eggs 43.62%, and of wool 53.85%.
Popsir, what is it? Oh, Popsir. Popsir, what is it?
I can't tell you how distressed I am to see you like this. I have already informed Comrade Napoleon of your current condition, and he has instructed me to communicate to you his most deepest and personalist sympathy, and his best wishes for a speedy recovery. You have always been one of the most loyal workers on this farm, and even at the very moment, Comrade Napoleon has made arrangements to have you be taken to a vet nearby. They can treat you far better than we can.
In a hospital, but no animals ever left the farm before.
Except Snowball.
We look after him.
Nonsense, comrades, nonsense. We understand your concern, but the plain truth is we do not have the facilities here to take care of Boxer and bring him back to a complete recovery. The van will be arriving shortly.
But I'm sure if Boxer rests in a few days, he'll be strong again.
There is no argument. Comrade Napoleon has told me quite indefinitely that Boxer is to be taken away for the good of his health.
If Comrade Napoleon says it, it must be right. Thank you, comrade. Don't worry about me. I'm glad that I got to see the women finish at any rate. To tell you the truth, I'm looking forward to retiring. I'll have time to learn the rest of the alphabet and have more time to study. You're getting on a bit too, Benjamin. And maybe they let you retire and keep me company. You get an apple on Sundays, just like the pigs.
Fools. Fools. Do you not see what's written on the side of the van? Alfred Simmons. Horse slaughterer. They're sending Boxer away to be killed.
Boxer, get out of there quickly. They're taking you to your dad.
Boxer was never seen again. 3 days later.
Comrades, despite receiving all the attention a horse could have, Boxer has died in the hospital. I was there during his final moments, and I can tell you it was one of the most affecting things I have ever seen. In the end, too weak to speak, Boxer whispered in my ear that it was his sole sorrow to have left so early while there was still so much work to be done. Forward, comrades, he whispered. Forward in the name of the revolution. Long live Comrade Napoleon. Napoleon is always right. Those were his final words.
Ideas which every animal would do well to adopt as his own comrades. Let the spirit of Boxer be a shining example to us in the difficult times that lie ahead. He was a true son of the revolution, and it's all the more shameful, therefore, that his passing should be marked by the spreading of rumors that he was being taken away to the slaughter. Some of you read horse slaughterer on the side of the van and jumped to conclusions that Boxer was being taken away to be killed. It is almost unbelievable that any animal could be so stupid. Surely, you never invented that. The explanation is really very simple. The van previously belonged to the slaughterer, sold it to the vet. Boxer died receiving the best care and attention money could provide. I personally gave the order that no expense should be spared. Unfortunately, it has not been possible to bring back the lamented comrade's remains or interment in the farm. But I have ordered a large wreath to be made from laurels, to be set down and placed on Boxer's grave. Let us cherish his memory in the daily lives, comrades, and pledge ourselves to work hard for the prosperity of Animal Farm as a tribute to him.
And have no fear, comrades, for I know that even now, Comrade Boxer, cropping grass on Sugar Candy Mountain, and resting his very thin on those sunlit pastures.
Really, Moses? Is he up there now?
Why, yes, indeed he is, sister, and we should all rejoice for him now. We should all remember now, we're going to join him. After we die, I say, after we die, we're going to live on sugar cane.
The current report on the progress of the farm indicates, comrades, that things are getting better all the time. Annual income has increased by 225% over the last 3 years. Sale of timber has increased money supply to the extent that 15% of our essential materials are now to be purchased from outside the farm. This means, comrades, that an average working day has decreased by 12% per week for the last 6 months. Leisure time has increased by 33%, and time spent educating the young has doubled.
It seems to me our lives have been the same as they've always been. Is it better than they were before? I tried to know how it was like in the early days of evolution, and when children first expelled. It was so long ago.
What do you mean, revolution? What does expelled mean? Who was jealous? Why are you always wondering things are better now?
You're too young to know, but it's ready to last. I'll tell you what I can remember. The revolution happened a long time ago, and before that, a man called Jones ruled over us and treated us very badly.
What's a man?
A man is a creature who walks on 2 legs instead of 4. He lived in a farmhouse.
Where the pigs live now?
Yes, he looked after us, he fed us, he...
My. You tell the youngster, Sister Clover. Those were fine days indeed.
Moses, you old chap, do you mind coming into the farmhouse for a glass of stout? There's something I want to talk to you about.
I thank you kindly, Comrade Wheeler.
I can still remember that historic night when Jones was first expelled, and we were in charge.
Was it exciting?
Why, yes, very exciting. I can still remember the thrill when we realized we were in rule of our own lives. We achieved perfect unity.
Are things better now?
Why, yes, we have more. We are free. We are...
Everything about my life. Things are never much better or much worse. Let's face it. Hunger, hardship, and disappointment are a lot.
But we must have given up hope. I thought it was an honor and a privilege to be runners of Animal Farm. The only farm in the whole country to be owned and operated by animals. That golden frigid time, which old Major told us about, is still coming. It may not happen in our lifetime, but it will happen. We work for ourselves, we feed ourselves, we serve the whole man. All animals are equal.
4 legs, good.
2 legs, better. 4 legs, good. 2 legs. What are you doing?
We pigs work day and night, writing files, reports, minutes, and memoranda.
But then you burn them.
They are of the highest importance for the welfare of the farm.
But what does that mean? What? Benjamin, read the commandments. Are the 7th commandments the same as it once more? Please, Benjamin.
All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others.
But what does that mean? Benjamin, all animals are equal. How can some animals be more equal than others? All that talk, all that facts, all that paper makes everything too confusing. Too confusing for me. I believe in the revolution. And our leader, Comrade Napoleon, just as Boxer did. Nobody worked hard for him for the cause. I can still remember when Jones was first expelled.
Hello? I said hello. Is anybody there? Dash it up. Could have sworn the invite said 7 p.m. for cocktails. Not a soul in sight. Just a broken down old car house moaning away. Don't see what these damn pigs have to be proud of. Hello? Name's Pilkington from the farm next door.
Ah, yes. Time to keep your amendments, old boy.
Good. Thought I might have to look over the old place whilst I'm waiting.
If you hold on a tick, I'll give you a guided tour myself.
Good. Must say, it's looking absolutely splendid, Nick, here. I noticed the windmill on the way in. Jolly fine achievement. And all those animals walking away in the fields and working jolly hard too. Amazing. Don't pamper them, that's the answer, huh? Yes, well, I can see that I'll be able to pick up a few tips from my visit here. I'm glad that we're able to get together like this and talk about mutual problems. It is of great satisfaction to me that a long period of mistrust and misunderstanding has now come to an end. There was a time, not that I shared such sentiments, when the respective proprietors of Animal Farm were regarded not exactly with hostility, but with a certain measure of misgiving by their neighbors. But all such doubts have been dispelled. I hope that this meeting is the start of friendly relations between ourselves. There's no earthly reason why pigs and human beings shouldn't be able to talk together. Your struggles and difficulties are exactly the same as ours. I mean to say, isn't the labor problem the same everywhere? Dare say your work has been a bit, bullshit at times too, huh? Yes, well, I know. Just as you have your lower animals to contend with, we have our lower classes. But
Couldn't agree with you more, old boy. It's true. We have had our ups and downs in the past, but hopefully all that is now an end. The rumors that have been spreading about us are truly shocking. For instance, it has been said that we slaughter animals unnecessarily, and we want to stir up revolution in other farms. Nothing could be further from the truth. Our sole desire is to live at peace with our neighbors, and to carry on trade to our mutual advantage. We own the farm, and to show our good intentions, we have decided to stop addressing each other as comrades. Can't think how it started in the first place anyway. And our lower animals, as you so rightfully put it, Pilkington, old boy, work longer hours and receive less food than animals of any other farm. We are justly proud of our achievements. So, gentlemen, I give you a toast.
exactly. To the prosperity of Animal Farm.
Oh, wrong, old boy, wrong. It is only fitting that the farm should be known henceforth by its correct and original name. So, I give you a toast, as before, but in a different manner. Raise your glasses, gentlemen, to the prosperity of Manor